I was happy as hell when they made me a cook because I didn't think, you know, all the John Wayne movies I saw, I never saw John Wayne eat, you know. So I said, well, you know, I'm going to be a cook, so I'm going to either stay here at Fort Ord or, you know, I was very shocked when I found out I was going to Vietnam. But, you know, there you go. You know, if you got to be in a combat zone, being a cook is not it's not the worst. You know, and a lot of guys, a lot of the infantry guys, when they came in, they would try to hook up and you know, well, I can do this, I can do that, you know, and you know, they wanted to be a cook or a supply clerk or anything, get out of walking in the bush, and because you know, it was a really, you know, it was a really crappy job. You know, God love them. Our battalion commander had come up with this idea that these guys they were stuck in the bush and they weren't getting hot food, and it was good for the morale, which I'm sure it was. You know, I didn't think anything of it. I mean, I never missed a meal over there, so I wouldn't know what it would be like eating sea rations for 6 and 7 days at a time. When we would go out, it depended on how much room they had on the chopper. You know, we would take mail out. We'd take beer. You know, and usually changes of clothes. You know, the infantry, they would change their clothes, and the dirty clothes would go back in, and clean clothes would, you know, stay with them. You know, I don't even know if to be honest, I don't even know if those guys carried clothes. You know, probably not, but I know I never did, so I only brought socks. I didn't do this too often, I only did it 4 or 5 times. We would fly out in the helicopters at night, early afternoon, set up a chow line. It was myself and usually one other guy, and we'd feed the infantry company, and then the helicopters would come back and hopefully get back in that night. Sometimes it didn't work out that way, you know. Sometimes they get stuck out, you know, with the infantry companies, but you know, it was just came with the job. I got stuck out once because they wanted the cans back for the food. We packed our food in cans. I think they call them Merrimack cans or Melmite cans, and the chopper came in. We fed this company, and I started to get on the helicopter, and the door gunner said, "Get off, Sergeant Williams wants his cans back." So they had room for the cans, but he didn't have room for me, so the cans, I guess, were more precious than me, you know. That was okay. You know. I would get stuck out for a couple of days, you know, at a time, and you know, and walk with the infantry, you know, do whatever. Well, usually I was like in the middle of the company, you know, but a couple of times we wound up having to carry the cans, so that, you know, I mean, they were relatively light, but still you're walking along in the middle of the bush, and you got these 2 stupid cans that you're carrying, and wasn't very comfortable walking along with them, and trying to be as quiet as possible. I'm number 30.